Well, hold it.
Okay. Do you still have
You should have brought that water bottle.
I was going to say, do you still have Carl's urinal?
No, Carl has Carl's urinal.
I thought he shared
I have
it.
a catheter
Nice.
that I'm planning on giving Carl for his next birthday.
I love it.
Yeah. But again, unless you like, there's no bag. So
Right.
all
That's
I would
fine.
really be doing is extending where you pee to,
Yeah.
which would still be on the floor,
Right.
but wouldn't be on the couch. So that's
Yeah.
a win.
That's the win.
Listen. Hello and welcome to the Movie Men podcast.
I am
Sorry.
Thank you. It's okay. It's
Hello
fine.
and welcome.
Welcome to the Movie Man podcast.
See, this is the problem. It's like I have two wives that don't know about each other and they both like different things in bed. And so
Let's just
spend
remember
one-
this is a children.
No,
No.
it's not a children-
The rule of
F
thumb.
that.
The rule of thumb is this is a kids movie. Let's just
the movie. Is it though?
Well, we'll get
Is
into
it?
that. But yes, it is.
Is it?
So just watch where you're going with the bed
Right.
sheet bingo.
So this will be one of those episodes where the 8-year-olds are listening to
They
our podcast.
might.
Yeah.
Listen, my daughter might listen to this in 5 years.
Okay, so fine.
never know.
I don't have two wives. It's like
I am not one of Brady's wives. Just need to clarify that to the camera.
wow.
And actually, let me
I
just.
mean, I think that went without saying, but
Before-
the like need to be like,
I just need to distance myself.
Now that
from
you've
this.
said that, I have more suspicion. Like no one was thinking that, and then now it's like
Yeah.
thou dost protest too much.
that's exactly what a secret wife would say.
Yeah, you're like, I've never kissed Brady.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone was. Oh, sorry, this is weird. I'll stop.
Anyways,
Continue.
hello and welcome.
Welcome to the Movie Men podcast. I am Peter. My two-wife analogy making partner is Brady.
Two wife, no life.
Two-wife, no life. And our special friend Emily, who is not married to Brady, is also with us. And we're here today to review K-pop Demon Hunters and to wrap an awkward segment on that bow. For those watching, because we are on YouTube now, so there's the audio only if you're listening as a podcast or our YouTube video.
Yep.
You may see I'm hoisting a drink and I'll say, to wives and sweethearts, may they never meet. And sorry, Russell Crowe, everyone.
That's amazing.
Russell Crowe, Master
Yeah.
and Commander. Gotta
Yeah.
love it. So we're here today to review the 2025 film K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes, but there are two
Okay.
matters of business that
Please.
we need to deal with first.
Taking
Number
care of
one is
business.
Emily and I are in a play and you're not.
That
Which is interesting.
unfortunate.
Which is interesting because we didn't audition and you did. So
What?
I don't know.
You weren't supposed to
How
know that.
that-
I was wearing a paper bag on my head the whole time.
Which, in retrospect, probably hurt the audition.
I was,
It might have hurt your chances.
in hindsight,
Yeah.
it's hard
Yeah.
to know.
The other thing is, I have to give you an update about our cats
Right.
because I talk about the cats enough on the. Every time one of our cats, specifically the one, eats something and needs it
Ugh.
pumped out of his stomach,
Jeez.
I've updated you. So we had a vet visit.
Oh boy.
Not with the problem cat though. The problem
Oh.
cat was completely fine. So
You don't call it a problem cat to his face, do you? Or her face?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, he is the Bart Simpson of cats. No, so our, once a year or whatever it is, the cats go in for their checkup
Sure.
and whatever shots they need and yada yada. And so that happened back in the fall, and when we were there, the vet said, "Hey, your one cat has got some tartar buildup because you don't brush your cat's teeth." And every vet tells you should brush your cat's teeth. And 99.9% of cat owners say, "Ha, get bent." Because in what world am I brushing my cat's teeth?
There's no surer way to get bitten
Right.
or scratched
Than trying to.
trying to
Yeah.
brush your cat's teeth.
Okay.
And so, but they said she's got one or two, so she needs to come back in
Sure.
because we'll do a cleaning
Okay.
and get rid of that tartar. And looking at, I don't know if they did x-rays or what it was, but they're like looking at it, we're probably going to have to remove 2 or 3 teeth.
Shoot.
And we were like, shit. Okay. That sucks. And it wasn't the price tag. It was just
No.
like, oh God, like our cat has to have teeth out. Like
That's not fun.
Made us feel like shitty cat people.
Isn't that a
So then we went out and we
David
bought
Bowie song?
shitty cat people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a deep cut. It's a B side. So then we went out and we bought a toothbrush and chicken flavored toothpaste. We became I guess we're brushing our cat's teeth kind of people because we haven't been, and it's led to an issue. And so let's prevent it in the other cat. Am I interrupting something, sir?
There is really a David Bowie song
Called what?
called Cat People.
Cat people.
Not shitty cat people,
Oh.
but cat people.
You
I didn't know
got
that.
by this point we need to understand that Pete's pulling out references left, right, and center.
Yeah.
And we're not sure anymore which ones are real and which ones are fake. So
What's genuine?
I should put out disclaimers.
So,
Sorry.
anyways, long story short, she goes in on Monday, this past Monday, to have a couple teeth removed, and they're going to do the work. We get a phone call a couple hours after her being there saying, your cat has this condition that we don't know a ton about.
Oh, geez.
We treat.
Sure.
And we know how to deal with it. We don't really know entirely all of the causes for it, or there's still a lot of unknowns about this. But it's like a spongy tooth, spongy bone kind of thing.
Shoot.
They said two things. One, for a couple $100 more, we can do a biopsy and send it off to make sure it's not like jawbone cancer.
Oh, boy.
And we're like, well, yes,
Sure.
yeah, absolutely. For a couple $100, let's find out for sure. Haven't gotten the biopsy back yet. But the other thing is they said, we're going to need to remove more teeth than we originally thought.
Oh.
And they said a lot of the time when we remove those teeth, the problem will go away. It may not. This may be a thing that continues, but a lot of the time we remove the teeth, the problem goes away. And they said, this is not from poor dental hygiene.
Oh, that's reassuring.
This is not you guys.
Yeah, it's just random.
There's a very good chance she's had this all her life. There's a very good chance she's been in some degree of discomfort her whole life. And so they said, a lot of the time, too, when we do this, your cat goes home, they heal up, and you have a different cat. Your cat that you thought was a grumpy cat was just a
Sore.
In pain cat.
In pain cat.
So, here's the kicker. Monday afternoon,
Okay.
our cat had 20 teeth taken out.
Oh, that is not fun.
The only teeth she has left are her two top front fangs and the little bullshit teeth in between that
you have
aren't actually
Dustin
useful.
Henderson cat?
Nice.
we have
the reverse. It's like the mirror.
We have a reverse. She only has the teeth that Dustin Henderson doesn't have.
How do you say Dustin Henderson backwards? Because that's probably what we should call your cat.
I don't know. You work on that. So anyways, so she's had most of her teeth removed. The entire bottom is just gums.
Oh.
And everything from the top. And they asked us, they're like, do you want us, in case it doesn't go away and this becomes a thing, do you want us to just take all the teeth? We said, go to hell. No, we're like, no, we're like, whatever teeth she can keep,
Yeah.
let's have her keep those teeth.
You never know.
Anyways, she's doing very well. She's doesn't have a huge appetite, but is eating. Is even eating like so we have her on soft food.
Imagine.
But they're like the vet was like many cats without teeth eat kibble. And she stole some of the other cat's kibble the other night. And it would appear she's just swallowing it whole because she doesn't have other options.
Just wolfing it down.
But she's eating.
Yeah.
And so we're like,
That's great.
whatever, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You do
so
you.
20 teeth.
Oh.
Which is so heartbreaking. And it's one of those things where even though it wasn't our fault,
No. You still
we still feel
responsible.
guilt.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like if you got a phone call that your kid broke their arm at recess. it wasn't you.
Mm-hmm.
It had nothing to do with you, and you're going to take care of them and everything's going to be okay. But you've still got this, like, where was I? How did I not prevent this or protect you from this, even though that's irrational and
out of your control.
Yeah. But you still feel like crap.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So, but she's a champ, right? Like, and made both Brienne and I feel like we're like, God, like she just had 20 teeth removed and she's rolling around and she's doing fine, like hours after getting home. We're like, if I had one tooth taken out, I would be such a bitch compared to
where's the coding?
Interestingly,
Margaret.
Well, interestingly, do you know what they gave her?
No.
So it's amazing. They say there's so many human medications that you can give to your animals that you don't realize you can.
Oh, it's nuts. I know someone who works at a pharmacy.
Yeah.
And that person could write a book on all the pet medications. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, my bird needs its ketamine. Oh, my donkey needs its Restoralax. Like, it's just like all these crazy stories of like the dosage for like a little pecan, I don't know what the right word for a bird is, but like some little pet bird, it's like 1/10 of a millimeter or milliliter. And it's like, so like you got to like ounce it out in like a little, it's crazy.
Like
you wouldn't believe it.
If your cat's having an allergic reaction, Benadryl.
Yeah.
Give your cat children's bed. So anyways, there were like, so the go-to medication for cats for pain and stuff like that and I think dogs too, when they're recovering from something is called Metacam.
Okay.
Right. And so they're like in these little preloaded syringes, you just deal with it. But that's not what they gave her at the vet.
Oh.
They gave her hydromorphone.
Nice.
At the vet. Like she was on opioids.
Don't mess around.
She was like, she came home and you could have stepped on this cat's
Life
tail.
is
She would not have known you were there.
Listen, we want some pain relief. You don't want to ruin her life. Come on.
Anyways, initial impressions for K-pop Demon Hunters. Emily, would you like to go first?
Why do you always make me go first?
Because you're the
our
guest. You don't
guest.
have to go first. I can go first.
It's fine.
Okay.
Initial reactions, it's hard because like I watched it forever ago for the first time. But
Well, it can be a summary of a 30-second summary of your review. Show your hand.
Yeah.
And then unpack it
Is
later.
it dog shit?
when someone
Is it-
told me the movie was called K-pop Demon Hunters,
Yep.
I was like, okay.
It's quite
But they insisted, and they were correct in their pushing me to watch this because I was sold from the start. I will say initially, I was a little disappointed with the ending.
Oh.
But I think I was just hoping for the story to go in a certain way, and it didn't. Since then, I'm just like, no, this movie's incredible. So, I'm a K-pop Demon Hunter fanatic. I have listened to the soundtrack in my car
You could say you're on demon
more
time.
times than I care to admit.
This movie is your soda pop.
Yeah.
In my
There
Apple
it is.
Music Wrapped, it almost overtook Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
only something Steve Harrington can do.
so for those that don't know Emily, that's a
That
serious
is high praise because Taylor Swift dominated the rest of my Apple Music Wrapped.
Yeah.
My Apple Music Wrapped is just not interesting.
No,
of that.
Taylor Swift and K-pop
just-
Demon Hunters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mr. B?
So I mean I echo the same. So Emily's the one that showed me this movie.
Oh, yes.
You're
Because I
welcome.
heard the story.
Yeah.
It's like, you're coming to our house.
Yes.
You need to watch this.
You need to watch this.
Yeah.
And my initial thought, having heard the title, was very similar. Was are you dense? Like, with this not?
Sorry, was this text intended for like your daughter's friend or like me, Brady, a grown ass man?
I mean,
Yeah.
and it was just a combination of things. It was like, you know, I am not a fan of, but like typically Asian animation, specifically anime, just doesn't scratch an itch for me, right? To me, it doesn't do it. no hate on the people that love it. It's just not for me. And at a glance, hearing it on paper, I go, okay, well, this is probably in that vein. I get it's not Japanese, but it's probably in that a similar vein. I didn't know it was animated by the same people that had done Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Korean,
Yes.
not Japanese.
No, I know,
just as like
but
a-
anime is Japanese.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
And
like
so
cover your complete face with the palm of my hand. I'll stop that.
I knew that although this was not going to be anime because it's not Japanese,
Right.
I thought it was probably going to be similar, right?
Okay.
Like Sailor Moon vibes.
Yeah,
Right.
sort of. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The Demon Hunter thing is fun. Like I the supernatural, but it can be done really well and it can be done really wrong. So that was not really an indicator or a guarantee of anything. And then specifically, I was just like, K-pop? Like why?
What are we doing? Like what?
Why, as a DJ, I don't fully get the K-pop thing.
Right.
I really don't get it. Right? I understood when Gangnam Style swept the world
Sure.
because it was like, you know,
telling me you're not playing Chick Chick Boom
not
at any gatherings?
Oh
that
no.
you-
I listen. I do the job, right? I'm like the grocery store clerk that's like
Chick Chick Boom goes hard.
judging the groceries that I'm ringing through. I'll do my job. I'll ring these groceries through. But really? Really? All right. That's gross. What are you do? What? What are you looking
Nothing.
at?
I'm just keeping things.
Another David Bowie song?
Yeah. We're gonna have the David Bowie segment at the end of this.
But so anyways, yeah, it did not interest me at all.
No.
Whatsoever.
Wasn't on your radar.
Sat down to watch it more as a, okay, I'll give the movie a try. Wasn't so much that. It was, it's a social gathering, right? I'll watch the movie, whatever. I would never watch this alone, but because you want me to watch it, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Right? I'll come hang out.
Just hang out with a friend.
Yeah.
I pulled the friend card.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. You're like, hey, remember that time I patched up your wound and stitched you back together after that gunfight?
Back in Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah. Poured the Jack Daniels on your, stitched it using hair from.
No, it was more
whatever.
like, if you care about me as a friend, you'll watch this movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was rude.
That's
Yeah. But so, anyways, went and watched it. Enjoyed it far more than I thought I would. I think this is a great movie. I don't think it's a perfect movie. There's a couple of things that don't do it for me, where I go, oh, okay, this is a little much now. Not a huge fan of the ending.
Oh, that's two of you. Maybe three, we'll find out.
And I think, as is anything that ever has the status that this movie currently has, overhyped. I think it's great, but I think it's a movie that has largely ridden on the tales of one or two songs that have gained a ton of popularity, specifically Golden, but then Soda Pop would be a close second because it's
Yep,
catchy. But
it is.
Golden is a song that like just went,
off.
which by the way is heavily auto-tuned. We can get into that, but sorry to burst everyone's bubble.
What?
And so yeah, it's great. I like the music. It's fun. I wouldn't say I love it. I really like it. I think it's great. It's overhyped. But that's not necessarily a demerit against the film. That is, anything that has this kind of buzz and aura around it is destined to... I just don't think anything is that great, right? I don't think anything is worthy of this
Slander.
much crap.
Just a hater over here.
No, it's the same thing as like I ended up liking the first Avatar, right?
Yeah.
I hated on it for years. I went back, I was like, oh, this is actually much better than I thought it was. Still overhyped. But,
to wrap up your 30-second initial impressions, I think if we were to bring out the Movie Man Bingo, I think there would be a segment or like a square that says Brady says something is overhyped.
Overhyped.
Yeah, overhyped.
It's more fun to just join the bandwagon, Brady.
Yeah, but
Right.
then I
Just
feel
more
like
fun.
I feel like one of the fish swept up in the net when they're
Are
in
you
Finding
tired
Nemo, and they're like,
Of hating everything that
I
everyone
don't hate
loves.
everything. Look at you are literally sitting in a
I'm
den
just
of
saying,
fandom.
Looking at something that's popular
It's
and
sometimes-
being immediately skeptical
Yeah,
sounds
it's-
exhausting.
Yeah.
No, I
So-
what I'm saying is no. I think this film is worthy. Like everyone should see this, right? Everyone.
Like even
Does that count
your
as overhyped?
99-year-old grandma should see this. Your
no.
2-year-old infant should see
I
this.
do think everyone should see this. I think the fact that it has already been that there's like 2 spin-off films and a sequel and whatever that are all in production, and that's smart. That's
Yeah.
good business. But the fact that, that it's going to be the lunch boxes and the action figures and the toilet paper and it's going to be on the side of the bottles of yogurt, and it's going to be right. Like, to me,
or the
it's-
sides of bottles of soda pop.
I'm
Yeah.
just here
To
to
me,
say
it's
that
just too much.
I need Genu on toilet paper immediately.
Yeah.
Which
Because
one-
you want to
which one was
wipe
he?
your ass with
Which we'll get into it later. the
Pete.
name's fun.
What's your
Listen, I
overhyped? Yeah.
I suggested we watch this film just because it made good business sense. It's a movie that needs to be reviewed. I had a couple people reach out to me saying like, "Hey, when are you reviewing this on the podcast?" I'm like,
I don't
I
count
guess.
as a couple people. But
no, like people outside of this room reach out to me and
Yeah.
saying we should review this, and I'm like, I guess. Like you and my 6-year-old, I guess, are big on this, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went into this with low expectations, very low,
Yep.
and
Which
you
I
know
think is
what?
a good way to go into it.
It's a great way to go into it, and I think this performed. Is it a perfect movie? Gosh, no. Is this a top 10 film? Gosh, no. But I enjoyed it, and the thing that I enjoyed the most, and this will wrap up my initial impression, it had way more heart than I was expecting. Way, way, way more heart, and we'll get into that a little bit when we break this down a little bit. But just I was not expecting. I was expecting very superficial, very like.
It's far less two-dimensional.
I was
than-
expecting very two-dimensional.
Yeah.
Very two-dimensional. And I feel like this was like Romeo and Juliet meets 1998's Disney Mulan. There's so much vibes of hide who you are, don't show your true self, but eventually becoming comfortable with your true self and trusting those around you to
Forbidden
overcome
love.
And forbidden love. Like that's the two kind of those two things married is what I found in this film. Not as good as those, but
I'm surprised you didn't rope Titanic into that too.
well, and then when they both floated on the door in the director's cut, that really made me think of Titanic, but
Yeah.
that's the director's cut. So anyway, pleasantly surprised. I had seen clips of it from my kid at home and I didn't expect much out of this, but I was surprised.
Yeah. Okay.
And just on that note, this is outside my initial impression. I was watching this, like I won't call it closet watching, but there were times like my daughter would like walk in the room. She's like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "Nothing,
So how many times have you watched
nothing at
it?
all, just once."
Oh, okay. Because it sounds like,
It's the rage. Like every kid.
you made it sound like every afternoon you're like trying to start the movie at the right time so that when she gets off the bus, the credits have ended.
Well, no comment. No comment at all. It's the rage. Like every kid, you have to see this movie if you're a kid these days to stay in the cool circles.
But so going off of that, I wonder why. Like it's a great movie, but I'm curious and again, I think it's probably that one or two songs. But I'm curious, what is it? Like, I understand what about it resonates with us adults.
You're right.
But what is it that has made this the new Paw Patrol? That has made this the new My Little Pony? That has made this the new like, oh my God, if I don't have this on my lunchbox, I'm going to die thing.
And I think it's crazy because it's a fad. That's why I had low expectations, because 9 out of 10 fads are forgotten pretty quickly.
Anything
for a reason.
that gets that big that fast usually is an overhyped fad.
Usually. And so that's why I was surprised. So I don't know, to answer your question, maybe it is the music and choreography and the visuals, because that's what a kid can cling on to. And they're not going to be clinging on to the same depth that we were patching into.
Yeah,
I
no
think
kids
even
going, wow.
kids resonate with just kick the bad guy's ass kind of vibes.
Yeah.
So right, you've got clear good guys, you've got clear bad guys, and I do think the kids just love the songs. If they hadn't seen the movie yet, all of their friends were singing the songs. Very catchy, very earwormy kind of thing.
And so it is. I think the music's carrying this a lot.
The music carried it pretty far. And then if your parents allow you to watch it, which I do, like I did have some friends that were like, I don't know if I want to let my kid watch this. I don't know why, but
we stopped
that's a parental.
It wasn't like a moral high ground. It was just my daughter was like,
scary.
let's watch it. Yeah. And then later that night after
scenes.
she watched it, she was in tears.
Yeah.
I'm
like my daughter had a couple
again.
of moments of
Yeah, we
like, oh,
can't
that
do
was
this.
scary. She got over it, and after a couple of rewatches she was okay, and she would kind of turn to me and be like, Mommy, I used to be afraid of this part, like that. So that's definitely a thing. It has big moments in it that can be jarring. But that aside, I think the kids are drawn to the sounds and it's a beautifully animated movie.
It really is.
It's just beautiful to watch.
It really is.
Even if you could watch it on mute and still be like, that's pretty. Like it's just
because although it's the same people that did Spider-Verse, it's ultimately a different animation style than Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's got tones of that in it, but Spider-Verse is meant much more to look like you're watching a comic come to life.
Yes.
This doesn't have that same like texturing, but is an extremely unique, like I'd be hard pressed to go, oh yeah, the animation in K-pop Demon Hunters is just like the animation in XYZ.
No.
But it also appeals, I think, both to the little girls and the little boys, right? We have a boy band and we have a girl band.
Yeah.
And so, they get to like kind of play their little roles. And even though the boys know that the boy band are the bad guys, they still have moments in the movie that aren't very bad guy-ish.
Yeah.
They're not really bad guys, at least one of them, so you kind of have, like, it appeals to everybody. Because you're not going to have a bunch of little girls, you might, like, we had Backstreet Boys back in the day, but it wasn't little kids.
No,
it was the teens and the tweens obsessed because there's that, like, oh,
the
he's
throb.
so cute.
Yeah.
The little ones aren't there yet. They want a character that they feel they can embody.
Yeah.
So we saw so many little roomies running around at Halloween. Because it's just such an easy and iconic look to put together. You just need a big, long purple braid, and that's it. Like, you're roomy. I can tell. So,
yeah, it's definitely
very marketable.
It's definitely
It is.
Halloween costume friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about the idea of a sequel though. Like,
I don't think we're done.
I get the. Oh, well, they're not. It's in production.
No, I just mean, like, when the movie ended, I had so many questions.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Like what?
I was like, can we hear more about Rumi's dad?
Yeah.
And the situation there?
Yeah.
I need that story pronto.
Yeah.
Why did mom fall in love with a demon?
So you want a prequel?
I want an explanation. Yes. And
Do you want more backstory on Genu? Like more of, or do you know enough?
I wouldn't mind, because, yeah, I like what you're talking about as far as heart. We're seeing that maybe things aren't so black and white. We've got somebody who made a poor choice one time, and then somebody told them that choice that they made made them a bad person. And so they just started to accept that reality.
Yeah.
That's what happened
It was
with
one
Gino.
doozy of a bad
Gino.
choice.
It was a
It was
really
like a
bad choice.
doozy.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to excuse
No,
that.
but-
But you can either beat yourself up over
Yep.
something that you've done or figure out how to learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you got a voice in your head that tells you that you're a pile of garbage,
Yeah.
you're not going to have much motivation to do better.
Two things. One's a statement. One's just like a follow up to what you said. One, I didn't realize that cat's name was literally Derpy. That's hilarious.
I love that.
That is hilarious.
They never say a name for either the cat or the bird.
Susie? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. 2 S's.
2 S's.
But I
didn't
do
even know.
think it's interesting that you talked about the kids, how there's like both the boys and the girls, and there's the reasons that the kids might grasp onto it. But I do find it crazy how much depth we got with our villains. Like I was again expecting a 2-dimensional story. I was not expecting someone to have layers. To someone share their layers with a friend of theirs when she makes friends with what's her name? Rumi. Just having the layers, showing the layers, exposing himself, finding out what we think is his past. Like there was 27 more layers than I was expecting at all. Again, I was expecting truly just kind of 2-dimensional villains on the stage who looked really cool, but were as flat as paper.
I agree. Can we loop back to the sequel thing for a second, though?
Please do.
So yeah, in July 2025, The Wrap reported that following the success of the film, Netflix has begun considering several potential follow-up projects, including 2 sequels, a television series, a short film, and a stage musical.
Dang.
That's too much. That's too much.
That's
because
cashing the cow in.
it is. And I get it. I get the this is, they were Fortnite characters a couple months ago, I saw, right? And so look, I understand capitalizing on something real successful.
Making hay while the sun is shining.
Let's make money on this.
Yep.
However, it's really not direct box office return dollars because this is Netflix we're talking about.
Well, and so that's the thing, because I am curious about sequels, but that's the real thing that I'm curious about with this. We recently were chatting about top 10 grossing films of all time, and one of them was an international film. I would be so fascinated in another universe where this film goes on the same trajectory it does. Everything's the exact same, but instead of being a Netflix release, it's a full-blown theatrical release. Yeah. I would love to just see the numbers that this would have popped off. Because it did have a limited theatrical release after the buzz, but just like if it had been full-blown and everything was trajectory the same wise, like are we talking a top 5 here? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not, but who knows?
You need a pretty big promotional budget for that.
My thought about...
I didn't hear about this movie until several months after it landed on Netflix.
Netflix is notoriously the studio that is the absolute worst at marketing their own shit.
Well, case in point, let's just go on a side tangent. Just released very shortly near our time of recording. There's a film starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck called R.I.P.
Yep.
That, just having those two in the same room again since Good Will Hunting, since all their kind of bromance that's going on. And I'm literally finding out about this because it was I found a piece of paper on the ground with a boot print on it saying, oh, by the way, this is coming out.
Yeah.
How am I only hearing about this now?
Yeah.
So sorry, just case in point.
It'll be really interesting. And that's one of the reasons why I'm excited that Netflix is keeping, or at least they've said that they're keeping Warner Brothers separate. Because it's okay, now that you own Harry Potter and Superman and Batman and the Lord of the Rings and Looney Tunes and whatever else, you got to get your shit together because because this happens all the time. Carl showed me when we reviewed The Electric State.
Okay.
Right? And he's like, oh, it's got all these people in it. It's this massive deal. And I was like, I've never heard of this film.
Yeah.
I had no idea this was a thing.
No.
Never seen a trailer for it.
Yes.
But so my thought with the sequels and the television show and the short film and the stage production is, A, it's too much.
Yeah.
I could maybe get on board with the idea of a sequel. However, I mean, I feel like the story and the message that's told in the first one is so good that unless you're doing a prequel, I guess you could do a prequel and you could go back and you could answer some of those questions.
I like that.
But in terms of like, where does the story go from here? I'm like, it's either anything you give me moving forward is either going to be uninteresting or the more likely option, interesting, but it's going to feel shoehorned into the lives of these people because it starts to become like, no, this was the issue, this was the adversity that she was facing, and we've figured it out. So now outside, like,
But she collected a soul
I know, but
that apparently didn't exist.
that's far, like, where you go with that.
Do you have a soul when you're a demon? Because he certainly had one at the end, and he gave it to her.
Right. So that's...
I have questions.
It's interesting, but it's not... I don't think that has the same impactful legs as the morals and the undertones of this film. This film is special because of what it deals with. With the life lessons that it deals with. And so it feels like a sequel would be like, and this is what happens next, as opposed to like another really well handcrafted
I
piece
think
of
what
art.
we will get is that this is what happens next with a further explanation of what happened before.
Right. But without the layers of she has to hide who she is.
Yeah.
And there's the whole thing about acceptance and the whole thing about all demons are evil no matter what. Like all of that's gone. You can't revisit that because it's been dealt with.
You lose some, you're hitting the nail on the head. You lose some emotional underpinnings that you caught that lightning in a bottle the first time. You can't really explore it again the second time. And the thing that I'll caution too is if your story's weaker, you can maybe get away if the musical numbers are the great, but
You're not going to have another golden.
Well, let's remember what happened with Moana.
Well, you're not.
No, but let's remember what happened with Moana and then Moana 2. When you've got you're going to help me out.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Thank you. When you've got him just putting absolute bangers in Moana 1, and then he's not part of Moana 2 in the project. We won't review that movie today, but there's just a drop off. With this, are you going to have another golden? Are you going to have another soda pop? You have to absolutely execute on musical numbers or else it will be a flop.
Yeah. Well, and because anyone, and I guarantee you right now, about half the people listening to or watching this just went, oh yeah, there was a second Moana this year.
100%.
Right? Like it 100%. Just didn't, and it's not like it was a directed VHS Disney sequel of the old day. This was a full 100%. Theatrical that you had forgotten existed until right now.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And so you're not going to have in a sequel, you're not going to have another golden. You're just not.
Just unlikely.
Right? You could have good music.
Sure.
But you're not going to have another. Even Frozen 2. Frozen 2 was very successful.
Yeah.
Had some good music in it.
Yeah.
It did not have another Let It Go.
No.
There was no song that there was the big song of the movie
Into the
that
Unknown
did really well, but it didn't have the legs or the holy crap, that's absolutely everywhere all the time, no matter what.
Or the social impact, like the pop impact.
Yeah, I opened my fridge and for some goddamn reason it's playing in my fridge right now that Let It Go had.
So many questions with that.
So I just worry that it will get watered down and oversaturated, especially with all of these. Like the television show that they do will more than likely not have the same animation budget put into it. It will not, and we see this all the time. They're like, oh, and then they made a show, but the animation was different. Yeah. Because it was
cheaper.
Had to be made.
Well, they did that with
on
Tangled.
a budget. Yeah.
I was just going to say with the Tangled. Yeah, the animation for me is like, ugh.
So they'll lose that aspect
I
of
enjoyed
it.
The story.
Maybe.
It's interesting.
But the animation for me was just.
Yeah, but nobody watched.
Yeah, but you don't have it as, it's a budget thing.
I know.
Yeah, but nobody watched Tangled and went, the animation is a big part of why this is amazing. Whereas that is an important factor for K-pop Demon Hunters. And so if you can't bring that, so now you've chiseled away another.
I literally have a tattoo that says Tangled. Tangled's animation is the reason why I watch Tangled.
Yeah.
So how dare you?
Yeah. Well, we do a lot of things when we're drunk that we regret. So yeah, I feel like it's going to get watered down, and I feel like very quickly, it will. this is the perfect example, and me admitting that I missed the mark. About 2 years ago, 3 years ago for Christmas, I had bought Brienne, a couple Christmas presents, all the thing, whatever. Her favorite candy is Reese's.
Nice.
And so I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I did a Reese's stocking?
Oh, yeah.
And so her actual gifts were like, because she loves Reese's, but her actual gifts were like, actual individual, thought out, practical things. And then the stocking was everything from every flavor of Reese's I could get my hands on. A box of Reese's Puffs, a box of like Reese's brownie mix, Reese's socks, Reese's, like it was just this sea of orange.
Right.
And it looked great and it was fun. It made her laugh. It was but ultimately it was
Too much Reese's.
me going,
Right.
oh,
You like this?
You love Reese's? Let me give you all the Reese's. Let me capitalize on this and give you all the Reese's I can possibly think of. And it feels like that's exactly what Netflix is doing. Oh, you love K-pop Demon Hunters?
Here you go.
Let's see how quickly we can make you sick of it.
Yeah.
Let's see how quickly we can make this just kind of watered down.
I mean, we're all experts when it comes to hindsight, but I feel like the Reese's flavored Polydent was probably a bridge too far. I'm not throwing blame. I'm just saying you should have been.
The Reese's preparation age, that was a road too far. That was Reese's flavored lube was not
kids movie, kids movie.
Especially because they don't actually sell that, so it was like I had to get it on Etsy, and I don't,
That was a dark alley you went down.
Etsy, my Etsy days. Yeah.
No, just the
Pete's a
Etsy
little
days
bit
to find
vanilla.
that specific product.
Vanilla alert.
Pete's very vanilla.
Yeah.
So is his lube.
Vanilla is my favorite flavor of like coffee.
Right.
I feel like I had to just throw in the coffee there just because of what we were just talking about.
Right.
But vanilla is pretty good.
I don't know if vanilla lube would be. That's not really. You don't want those types of flavors. I feel like
No comment.
you want something a little sweeter.
Right. Vanilla is pretty sweet, just for the record.
You don't want like menthol lube either. It's like,
I would be, and I know this is probably not going to happen, but it would just be interesting to see a sequel if it got a full theatrical release. I just want to see this thing try and just capitalize and just be a top 10 grossing film of all time.
If they did a full theatrical release, maybe.
Just as, riding the tails of the first one, it might have a chance.
Yeah.
When you look at, it's Toy Story 3 that has the best theatrical release. It had, it's Avatar. Well, no, I guess it's still Avatar 1. But, usually sequels do kind of get a little bit more headway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we just talk about the absolutely electric pacing in this?
It's very breakneck.
Yeah. And I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I enjoyed it. For what this movie was trying to tell, what this movie was trying to do, I think it had perfect pacing. I don't need short movies. I don't need long movies. I need, what makes sense for what they're doing, for what they have to tell. So there wasn't any, side quest of, Rumi, paying her taxes or, going to the dentist and, getting her Reese's flavored toothpaste. It was very, we know what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And there's no wasted space, no fat that we need to trim that people will start daydreaming through.
Right.
I think 30 seconds into the first song, I was like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're on the plane, like it opens.
We don't
And
build
we're like
into
on
it.
the plane. We
Yeah.
get the backstory of it opens with like the backstory of
Yep.
demons.
Yep.
Yeah, we
And
get like
the whole, you need the
setup
you need
for the
to
world.
set up the world
Yeah.
that you're in. And immediately I was like, oh, it's girl bands that save the day. Love that. And it's music and getting a crowd into the music that saves the day. And then they drop us into this banger freaking song. I don't know why no one's mentioned how it's done. We're gonna call Golden the winner here. I when I first was listening to this soundtrack in my car, I could not pick a favorite.
Oh, wow.
I would rotate between all of them. Free, How It's Done, Golden, Soda Pop, the demon one at the end.
Is that
Your Idol.
This Is What It Sounds Like, or what's the last song?
This Is What It Sounds Like.
Yeah.
All of them, I just was like, no, I can't pick. If you asked me to pick a favorite, I couldn't. So disagree strongly with it only having a couple of high songs. I might agree with how are they going to do this again, but I don't think we're here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this movie, but
I'm not saying they only have 2 good songs. I'm saying that it was 2 songs primarily that have propelled the film into the zeitgeist.
Yes.
Right. That is popping up in the, you're buying eggs and you're like, oh, son of a bitch. It's like
people have no idea
So,
that it's a movie.
there are
Or like, I
singles.
know this song.
yeah, the single of this is probably Golden, yes.
Probably. But there's another couple that are still
They're
fighting
all
strong.
so
Yeah.
good. About 30 seconds into the first song on the plane, that bass dropped and I was just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
This is going way. This movie had no business going this hard.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, no, I'm in. I'm on this bandwagon. I am happily enjoying the ride, and honestly have not gotten off the bandwagon, really. I'm still over here just
Drinking
singing
it
along.
in.
So,
Can I say one critique about the music? And this is like nitpicking.
Yeah.
Golden appears twice in this film. That was news to me.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I was surprised that I didn't realize it was going to be featured twice.
Oh, okay. Because you knew the song obviously prior to seeing the movie. How could you not?
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I thought it was a little strange placing it so early in the movie. Just based on everyone knows the song, so I knew the themes of what this song is doing and what I extrapolated. Okay, probably what's happening in the story when they're singing this. Just something about what is in the lyrics didn't seem earned at the point where it was played the first time. It was like, well, you guys haven't really been through hell and back yet.
No.
When it played at the end, I'm like, this is where I was picturing it exclusively being played, and this is exclusively where I think it feels earned to be played.
what do you mean at the end? Which part of Golden do you mean?
So like it's played
End of
first
the movie.
early in the movie,
The second.
and then it's played a second time later in the movie.
when they're performing it.
I believe that's
On
when
the
it's
stage.
happening. That's right? Refresh
Yeah.
me. Yeah. And it just from where their journey is at the end of the movie when they're singing it, I'm like, yeah, this completely aligns with emotionally and what they're singing is happening. When they sang it at the beginning, it's like, you guys haven't really earned this from like a character, what you're performing and the aligning with what you've been through and what you've
I
learned.
need a clarification, Pete.
Yeah.
What do you mean at the end? Where at the end? At the actual end when the story has resolved?
So
That is not Golden.
no, they sing Golden twice. Do you remember? Like they sing it.
There is a music video drop near the beginning.
Yep. And so that's the first
where
time.
they sing it the first time.
And then the second time's on the
The
stage.
second time is like a rehearsal.
No, they sing it at the end as like an actual like.
They sing
Full out.
Takedown on the stage.
Yeah, I think
They're
they
meant
pivot.
to be singing Golden, but they
No,
changed
they're not
it.
meant. They want to do Takedown, and Rumi doesn't like it. She's like, I don't know if this is like disingenuous to what we're wanting to do.
Yes, and they agreed to do that, except then the demons took over her friends' bodies and they ended up performing Takedown instead.
Yeah, hold on.
Fun little experiment here. Emily, how many times would you say you've seen this movie? Because I think the answer might surprise you, Pete.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, man.
How many?
At least 6,
That's a lot.
It's
possibly more.
far less than what I imagined the answer was going to be.
I don't know, all the way through. I've seen, like, my kids have watched it many more times than me.
Yeah.
But, I've just been, like, in the room, not actively watching it.
So-
What counts as watching it all the way through.
Brady, can you do a fact check just to confirm how many times they perform it in the show? I think regardless of that detail, I would argue that when they sing it, as a music video drop at the beginning of the film, that it still proves what I feel. That doesn't feel earned for me at that point. We're maybe 10, 15 minutes into the film. They haven't been through hell and back. And for me, when I think about what the lyrics are doing, what the lyrics are saying, it makes way more sense for that song to be dropped at maybe like the 80% mark of the film, where they've been through hell and back, where they realize I don't need to hide who I am. I can actually tell you, my friend, what I am, what I'm doing. It didn't really equate to being at the beginning of the movie where Rumi's still hiding who she is. She's not proud of who she is. She's hiding from the people who loves her the most. Yeah.
I know the lyrics say, "I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining." Right. I understand your point.
Like, however, I think that's it.
I think there might be a disconnect here because the section of the song where in the movie it's revealed that she has the markings on her body, that is not in the music video. That is not part of the song. It's Rumi going off on a tangent while we're kind of being introduced to this song. She's saying, "I'm done hiding, now I'm shining," but she is hiding.
Yeah. And see, that to me just seems counterintuitive. Like, it just seems very...
But that's the reality of what she's living in. She's pretending that everything's fine.
But she's not done hiding.
Absolutely not fine.
But she's not done hiding.
She's not done hiding.
So why is she singing about being done hiding?
And maybe I'm missing the
I'm not sure why she's singing that. Yeah. It's just we'll call it relatable lyrics, but she's not actually embodying what she's singing. And that's why it feels disingenuous for her. Yeah. And that's why her voice starts disappearing. And that's why things start going badly. Yeah. Is because she's not actually embodying what she's saying.
Yeah. Right. I think I would just double down on, I think just in an alternate cut of the movie, it makes more of an emotional payoff if that is truly just only performed near the end of the climax of the movie, because it seems more echoing true.
But is that not what This Is What It Sounds Like does?
Maybe.
Are we listening to the lyrics of This Is What It Sounds Like?
The first time this song is played, Golden.
Yeah.
What is the context again?
We're dropping a new music video.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we want to seal the Hanmoon.
Right.
We want a golden Hanmoon, which is apparently better than any other kind of Hanmoon.
Right.
It's like permanently sealed or something.
Right.
And so we got to drop a super good song that's like, and we're pushing it just a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
And we're forcing it. And I think that's what they wanted us to understand, is that maybe this is coming from me who've watched this several times, that like you're trying to force your characters into something that they're not actually feeling fully.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it didn't work.
Far less complicated than all of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's like, it's not the lyrics of that song the first time it's played are not meant to be earned.
No, yeah.
They're just dropping it.
It's a single.
It's an in-universe.
It's a pop song.
It's not like a musical where in-universe they're not singing it, but it's her off in the woods and she's singing it by herself, and that would be one thing. No, it's a single. It's the band within the universe of this film dropping a single. And evidently, they do make a point of showing us that it's a single that has lyrics that is not applicable to at least one of our characters. That's why we play it again later in the film, and now it has been earned. Now we are worthy of these lyrics, and these lyrics, we've gone on a journey and grown into a place where...
I'm not following that.
No?
Which part?
We never go back to Golden.
Yes. The movie K-Pop Demon Hunters.
I know. I'm saying we never go back to that being the moment that's earned. What's earned is
I know, but
the last song.
No, I'm not saying that's like the climactic, but what I'm saying is that like the first time the song is played in this film, it's not in a this is who we are and this is like, no, it's just a single.
Yeah. And right? I think we try to write a song that's like, let's talk about how evil the demons are. That's what we try to do with Takedown. And that also doesn't fit because Rumi's like, well, I'm half demon and I don't like this either. And I'm kind of developing this relationship with a demon and they don't seem to be as bad as everyone says.
Yeah.
And so she's like, well, I don't like either of these, but at least Golden is more, you know, positive.
It's literally mechanical. It's literally, we
got to pick one or the other here.
We got to pick a song. We have these songs. We think this is our better song. It's no different than, so when Taylor Swift drops a new album, I'm sure there are songs on that album that are like birthed out of therapy sessions and soul searching.
Oh, Swifties say this all the time.
And whatever.
Yeah.
However, I also guarantee you there are some songs on that album
Right.
that
Just glitter gel pen songs, she calls them.
are just good
They're
damn
just supposed
songs.
to be
Yeah.
an earworm.
Yeah, they're just mechanical.
That's what Golden is. And so I
Right.
think that's why it's such a more powerful moment at the end when they sing This Is What It Sounds Like. And the actual words of that are, you know, I'm broken, but that's okay. And I'm going to actually use that to my advantage. I'm going to be open about that.
Yeah.
And that's why it hits so much harder and it's so much more powerful
Remind
than
me-
Golden.
In that sequence, because they all come together in the concert, right? And that's when they sing "This Is What It Sounds Like," correct?
No, it's like the end when the Saja boys have like,
Yeah.
you know, possessed everyone, which by the way, I just wanted to say an aside. I would not survive this. I would be in that mob very happily entranced. Just saying. But anyways, that was an aside.
Go on.
Saja Boys puts on a show. They perform Your Idol. Everyone
Yeah.
in the crowd is like, I don't know, entranced.
Fixated, yep.
They're in a trance.
Yep.
Then Rumi comes in and
Right.
interrupts.
And then that's when.
And then the other two friends snap out of their trances and kind of come and join her, and then they fight the demons.
Okay, so that's when they sing
So-
that, and then that's then when it goes into Golden.
No. This is my point.
I
no.
love that all of this has come out of Pete not liking that the song's in the movie twice.
No.
No. They do not sing Golden.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes, in the movie K-pop
God.
Demon Hunters,
This is an
Golden is
AI
performed
ChatGPT
during the
synopsis.
climactic finale where the
Do you
group
want to
Huntress
trust me who's seen this
fully
more
embraced
times?
their identity. It was performed twice. I made
Yes,
a note.
it was performed twice, but not in that moment, Pete.
When was it though? Where was the second time?
It was a rehearsal.
No.
Yes.
It absolutely was not.
Yes, it was.
I
It's like during the promo, hey, we're promoting
Was
our
it?
new song. We're going to talk about it. We're watching the music video, and then we're going to go and we're talking to this person who's asking us interview questions
right,
about
'cause
this single. And then
they
we're
did
going
it before they
to snap
did-
to another where Rumi's like spinning around on a chair.
it was before the Sasha Boys did Your Idol. Like it was before all that
Yes.
happened. Okay.
Yes.
Apologize.
I apologize. I was wrong. I was wrong.
So Golden's not ever put in a position of we earned this. Golden has been
Then that's
replaced.
even more of a fault, in my opinion.
No, Golden has been replaced by something much more genuine.
I don't. Okay. I see what you're saying. I don't agree. Like, I think it should have been more earned from a storytelling perspective, but I think we'll have to
You
agree to
think
disagree.
Golden should have been earned?
Yes.
Golden never was earned. That's
But
the point. Golden was the forced fake version of we're going to steal the honeymoon and everything's great and fine. Put on your happy smile face, put on your mask, pretend,
Yeah.
right?
I
then
think
we
Golden
go,
had
you know
the-
what? Golden's fake. It's
Golden
fake.
has
Put it
the
down,
potential to
make
be
it real.
earned.
Write a song that's real.
Golden had a potential to be earned. It really did.
Maybe, but the
It
lyrics
wasn't the way it was.
The
I
lyrics
agree.
are definitely not as deep. All you get is I'm done hiding, now I'm shining. That's not very deep. What are you hiding from? What were you hiding from? We don't even know that. Like the soundtrack version gives us
Well,
that
it's
little,
not how what you're hiding from. It's what you were hiding from others. That's very
yeah,
deep.
that's the soundtrack version gives us
I'd
Ruby's
argue you
little
can't get any
section.
deeper than that.
Like I've waited so long to break these walls down to finally wake up and be like me, put the patterns in the past and what is it? Live like the girl they all see.
Right.
She's kind of saying like
You're
I
asking
am
me
not
for a
this.
lyric check, but I don't think I'm
I'm
going to
just-
give you the support you
I
I'm
need.
know,
just
but
trying to remember the words.
What I'm sitting here laughing because it's like Pete's like, no, I'm here and I'm standing on good ground and I'm gonna argue this. And Emily's literally quoting lyrics and you're sitting there going,
Whoa.
is that what the song is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that from this movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyways,
Golden's not the
moving on.
hard hitting genuine.
yeah. I mean,
song.
I don't.
Yeah. That was just for me. That's something I would have changed.
Especially the first time, I don't think it's intended to be earned. It's literally just an in-universe.
Same as Soda Pop.
And I don't know.
Soda Pop's the hook that the
I
Saja
think
boys
Soda
use
Pop.
to get everybody like in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, you like us?
when you
Yeah.
make
We're
a
a bubblegum pop.
when you
band.
make a film like this, or even when an artist makes an album, right? There is a process where you are looking at all the songs you have. Now, you have some sway over what the hit songs from your album are going to be because you choose which ones you are pre-releasing as singles, right? You choose which ones you're making a music video for and how you're... But there is always some degree of guesswork in that, right? And there's been many times where either a song in a movie or a song on an album that the artist did not realize was going to be not only the song from the album, but their biggest song, like their career-defining song. It happens. And so I don't even know with certainty. I knew they thought that Golden was going to be one of the songs from this, but there may be other songs that they intended, right? Like, especially a climactic song, a song that is like, this is our moment in the movie. I'm guessing they thought that was going to have, that song was going to be bigger and have more legs and get more airplay than maybe it actually did.
Because you're just throwing darts at a dartboard.
Yeah.
Of which ones stick.
So just in your whole, because there was a moment there where it felt like you were saying, well, that's even worse. If this song was never earned or never meant to be earned or whatever, then why is it the biggest song in the world? Or why was, I don't think it is anymore, but it's still popular.
Yep.
Why was it the biggest song in the world for weeks?
Maybe it was never meant to.
Because of people. Because
It's more earwormy
listen to
than
it.
the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Everyone was frustrated.
Sticks in your head more.
Everyone was just super frustrated because they had a song stuck in their head that they couldn't actually sing.
I think maybe this could also be one of the instances where this is essentially a musical and the lyrics of each song and when each song happens in the movie are essential to the story.
Yeah.
So if you're not paying attention to the lyrics, you're missing very key plot points and details. So, for example, when they do Free,
Right.
was anyone paying attention to what was actually being sung, the lyrics of that song? Because it's not just a song like, oh, okay, we're stopping watching the movie now and we're just going to listen to this song and then carry on. Like, Free was essential to the story.
Right.
I'm trying to remember Free.
Free's the duet with
Right.
Rumi
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Genie.
Yeah.
And I can't rank these songs in order of most favorite to least favorite.
Again-
It's up there right along with all the others. Like it's like a straight line for me. There's no ranking.
clunker.
I
There's
can't
not a
do
clunker
it.
there. I think it's interesting too, just that what you're saying is like you need to pay attention to the lyrics.
You do need to pay attention.
But it's
to the
interesting
lyrics.
because you need, in a film that this has this kind of breakneck pace, you do need to have lyrics and songs that not just, hey, this feels nice or this is fun to sing, but moves the story along.
Yeah.
You like, there's not an ounce of fat on this movie that you can just trim off. With this kind of breakneck pace, you do need lyrics that like, hey, you know what? Listen twice to these lyrics because it's actually projecting these two characters further than they were a minute and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you still get the feeling, like music is designed
Yep.
to invoke a feeling.
Yep.
You still get the feeling that you're supposed to get,
For sure.
even if you're not paying attention to the lyrics.
Totally.
But if you're doing both, if you can do both, and maybe some people can't. I absolutely am one of those people. I'm putting on the subtitles. I was the teenager with the booklet,
The lyrics from
listening
the front
along.
of the
So
CD.
I was listening with the lyrics in front of me.
Yeah.
Because I want to absorb every aspect of this song, not
Right.
just the way it's making me feel by the way it sounds, but the words along with that.
Yeah.
So you get a much bigger impact if you're absorbing the words while you're listening.
Yeah.
So that's just me. But
So I only have two real critiques about this film, and one of them is the ending. So shall we talk about the ending? Because it sounds like
Do you guys have the same beef, or is it a different beef?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you want me to start?
Sure.
My initial, I was hoping, especially after the scene with Rumi and her aunt, I guess it is, I think.
I guess
her aunt.
So
Yeah,
Where she kind of
something like
confronts
that.
her aunt and is like, I'm not going to hide this anymore.
yeah.
Stop telling me to hide myself. I wanted Genu to turn around and fight alongside her.
Right.
But we just killed them all. I was just sad to see that all of the other Saja boys just got treated like any other demon. Couldn't all of them have had similar backstories to Genu's character? I wanted a bit more of a redemption arc. But now that I've seen the movie more times and I've absorbed that idea and I go, you know what, that probably wouldn't have been as impactful. When you get a bad guy that turns to the good side, it only works for so long before it kind of just is boring.
Yep.
You still kind of need a bad guy to defeat. Now we do have the big whatever the big bad guys, I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Bob.
But
no, that's their manager.
and I think there's more of a fight there. I do think that you could do a sequel based on that. But yeah, I was a little disappointed to just kind of see us turn on these demons instead of in some way maybe try to accept them, because we've accepted the demon side of ourselves, but we can't do that for somebody else.
Right.
We did it for Genu, but he kind of did it for himself. So maybe it has to be kind of a, well, you gave me my soul back, he said. What the? I have questions.
It's a
he
delicate.
gave it to her and then he died.
It's a delicate balancing act, but there can be something in, instead of just decapitating all your enemies, having a redemptive arc of hey, you're actually
I was
redeemable.
craving a more redemptive arc. I was like, oh, this is going in a really good direction of the bad guys are going to get saved from the actual bad guy. These aren't actual bad guys. They're just working for the bad guy and they've been told lies. But that's not what I got. So that was where I was disappointed in my first watch through, where we just killed them.
Brady, is your beef the same or is it something completely different?
It's almost opposite.
Oh,
Okay. Let's hear it.
lay it on us.
And look, I understand. At the end of the day, this is a kids movie, right?
Sure.
And so,
You gave me gruff at the beginning when I said that, but okay.
What? I don't know. If
I
it
said
was
let's keep it a
gruff.
kid.
You did say everyone should watch this.
No. But when I was
yeah.
keep it G-rated, and you're like, I don't know if this is kids.
Well, I don't know that. You and I have reviewed Aladdin. I don't know if that means at the end of the. And the letter of the day is that doesn't change our show.
I like that opportunity, though. We should have a number of the day. But continue. Sorry. This is a kids movie. Continue.
Number of the day.
6, 7.
Oh, there it is. Now this is going to be the...
See, it'd be great, though, if our number of the day was just and the number of the day is 37,204. Don't know why.
Because why not?
Don't know why. Just needed a number of the day.
Yeah.
No, so I recognize that this is, whether it's a kids movie or is at least a family movie.
Yep.
A movie meant to be able to be watched by most ages.
Yep. Yep.
And with that comes a certain obligation to not get too dark.
You got to tie it up in a pretty bow.
You do.
With that, and exactly.
Yeah.
And so I acknowledge that.
Oh.
But I don't love that it doesn't, just because we have to, doesn't mean I have to love it. This was a movie that sets up and presents a lot of very deep, complex, and although wrapped up in the packaging of K-pop demon hunting, ultimately very relatable challenges and hurdles in life and situations that you could find yourself in. And I think it's really it's more complex and more sophisticated than I thought it was going to be going into it. Kind of right up until the end. And so it feels like whenever you're making a movie like this, you know, without knowing all the plot points, you're like, okay, we already know how this ends, which is everything works out and it's going to be okay. Regardless of what the conflict you set up is. And then all you have to do is figure out, okay, how do we get there? And we've seen many of films, and we know this is the case because we've seen many of films, especially animated films, it would seem, where it's like, oh, you and I have talked about this a lot, Pete, where it's like, okay, it felt like in the last 15 minutes of the movie, someone realized, oh shit, look at the running time, we got to wrap this up. And all of a sudden we go from like, everything's building, oh my God, everything's fine. And then the movie ends and you're like, okay. I don't think that's what happens here, but I do think it does get the pretty little boat treatment. It does get, now, obviously not for all the demons, but it is still like, well, of course, the bad guy is going to become a good guy, and our protagonist is going to be accepted by everyone and her sisters, and she's going to overcome all her adversities, and everyone's even going to get on board with the idea of a bathhouse. Like, we're all just going to...
You would have rather seen Rumi turn into a demon.
I would have loved and would be sitting here spouting an entirely different story about anticipation for a sequel if
Rumi had gone to the dark side.
If this had not ended... Yeah, and not
an Anakin Skywalker
Yes,
moment.
and in a way that was very much not, hey, that's all, folks. Like, bad guys won this time. No.
So a cliffhanger.
A little bit more of a cliffhanger, or something that just sort of matched the sophisticated, life isn't black and white, it's never easy kind of thing that we had right up until the end.
So can we talk, though, about how this movie was pitched to a studio and rejected?
Was it?
Before they brought it to Netflix.
Was it?
Interesting.
I can't remember exactly how it went. If somebody feels like looking it up, feel free.
It's probably Sony.
However, yeah, I think it was Sony.
Because
they were like,
this
no,
is the animation studio
fly.
that has worked with Sony. So I'm guessing, hey, Spider-Man people, we actually have an idea for another film.
I don't think they were banking on this blowing up the way it did.
No.
Right.
So they wrote it as a standalone film and just hoped for the best. I bet Sony is kicking themselves in the butt right now, if it was Sony.
Which is why I don't want a sequel, because this is very much it feels pretty well wrapped. It didn't get
written in a sequel-y way.
No. Yes, I think that's where I'm at with this. I love standalone films, so I'm okay with this as a standalone film. And so as is, I'm okay with how it ends.
Right.
If it's a sequel, which clearly we're in the works for sequels, then I think it takes away from being a standalone movie.
Television shows and radio dramas.
Yeah, like if that's... I think I like the idea of yours being a messier ending if you have a plan of doing sequels.
Yeah.
But as a standalone movie, then I don't really want anything changed.
No, 100%. But I not to get back on this sequel thing, but I just feel like
it's important though.
Because it was like what you said, this was written to be standalone.
Yeah.
This movie ends and I go,
that's it?
You've said what you need to say.
Yeah.
But we got to stop thinking of this movie in the context of a sequel, because a sequel's not here yet.
No, I know.
So like,
but regardless,
you had
it does
with
it does
first
impact
time you
the
watched
ending.
it because it felt like too much of a pretty bow.
It just felt like,
how would it have ended? Like a cliffhanger means more. How would a standalone film? And how would you have rather it ended if it were still a standalone film?
If it were still a standalone film, I would have loved maybe if one of the sisters doesn't make it or like, just something
more
that
risk.
makes it
Some
feel
cost.
Yeah. So
Some
a
cost.
perfect example is last night I was telling Pete.
Gina was a cost. I cried. I don't know about anybody else.
I was
but I'm over here like, no, Gina, don't.
I was telling Pete, and this episode probably isn't out yet. I release
What day is it?
last night.
What year is it?
2 nights ago, Carl came over for our weekly episode recording. It was my turn to pick a movie to show him.
Nice. Did he punch a mic?
And no, he's actually getting really good.
Good.
And I showed him The Fault in Our Stars. And one of the things that I talked about in that, spoiler alert for The Fault in Our Stars, if you haven't seen it, get your life together.
I haven't.
Very sad.
Part of what I love about it is that when that movie, 15 minutes into that movie, you have formed, if you haven't read the book and you haven't seen the movie before, 15 minutes in, you have formed your perception of what this story is about and where it's more than likely going to go. You could not be more wrong. You could not be more wrong, right? It sets it up as this is a story of a girl who is dying of cancer, and she falls in love with a guy who had cancer but is much better now. It lost his leg, but is much better now. And this will be a story about two people falling in love when one of them has limited time left. And depending on how far they decide to take this story, we may see him deal with her loss. The climax of this movie is he's got cancer again and he dies, and she deals with that loss, right? Like it just flips the script on you entirely. And so I think it's one of those, and again, this was probably set out to just be made as not the biggest thing in the whole entire universe.
Yeah.
And not to have a sequel and
And it's a kids movie.
but I just hate that. Well, I'm not saying Rumi had to get cancer. I'm just saying that, like,
What are we leaving the kids with? If we
I'm
Right.
just saying that
dark?
it's a bummer when, and maybe this is just how all the elements aligned, but it's a bummer when a massive movie that really had something to say, and I think was largely successful in saying it, is a movie where maybe not all of the details, but about 5 minutes in, I could go,
I know where we're going.
whatever secrets she has, she's going to be accepted for. Whatever bad guys there are either going to be vanquished or turned to good. Everyone's going to be happy and eat noodles and live forever. And it will never rain, and everyone gets a puppy, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just a bummer when
And
that's the watching experience. Right? When you're like, oh, okay, well, I already know what this is. You're going to take me on a journey I haven't been on before getting there, but ultimately, I don't have to wonder how this ends because it's going to be fine.
But I think it is important to have expectations, because I keep going back and forth. At first, I'm like, you know what, standalone movie, I'm happy you know how it ends. And then you're saying, you know what, maybe if it's a bit of an unresolved issue for the sequels. But now I'm bouncing back. You know what, it is a kids movie. I'm okay with how the narrative that it went. It's simple in its nature. It's not too complicated. It is a kids movie at the end of the day.
Yeah, but there's ways to...
But it's like, what values are we trying to instill in our viewers?
Yeah, but there's still ways
Right,
to
like-
flip the script in a kids movie.
It can.
Right? Like, nobody going into...
Did anybody flip?
Wait,
the
just
script
careful.
in
Don't
The
spoil
Lion
movies.
King?
Just careful what alley you're about to go down.
But this has been out for 6 years.
Just
It's
say
not-
the name and say trigger warning. Like what?
Trigger warning for... Trigger warning?
Or spoiler warning.
warning. If Toy Story 4 triggers you...
Who doesn't it trigger?
I would understand.
Who doesn't it
Because
trigger?
that movie
Let's
sucks.
be honest.
But nobody went into Toy Story 4 going, this movie ends with Woody going off and no longer having an owner and being a lost toy.
I'm not, with all due respect, I know your point is valid, but using a dog shit movie as an example.
Toy Story 3, nobody goes into that movie going, at the end of this movie, they're no longer Andy's toys.
Fair enough.
right?
But that was a beautiful ending.
It's a beautiful ending.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so you found a way to
True.
subvert,
Yep.
because I'm going into a Toy Story film. And so my expectation is that at the end of this film,
Yeah.
Andy, as creepy as it is, because he's going off to college now, probably shouldn't be playing with cowboy dolls. Andy, you go into it going, Andy's going to somehow, the toys will feel validated again, and they're not going to live in Andy's attic, or they're going to go to college with Andy, and everything is going to work out because that is what they want. And the film ends, and you're like, oh, everything did work out,
But
not at all in the way that we
fair.
would have
But I
thought it
think-
would work
Yeah,
out.
that's a fair point.
That is a fair point. I just think we kind of did do that. Like, we had an idea in our head of how we were supposed to seal the Han Moon.
That's
And
true.
we certainly did not seal the Han Moon in the way that we
Yeah.
expected to.
No.
And
We sealed the Han Moon by being honest
yeah.
about our flaws,
Yeah.
not hiding them.
And not just pushing others down like the Shaja boys to win, but actually like
We learned that it felt good when we were honest. We first learned that when we developed our relationship with Genu. It came out in Free, both of them, actually. I feel better when I talk to you about this
Yeah.
from both sides. So we and the visual cue too was we were aiming for a golden Han Moon, but we got a rainbowy one instead.
Yeah.
So we kind of did. We got like, oh, we thought
Yeah.
it would look this way. We thought it would be like, oh, we'll just get really, really popular. We'll release enough earworm songs that we have a big enough audience to sing along with us, and that's what seals the Han Moon.
Yeah.
But actually what happened was I did the scary thing. I became vulnerable with myself and then with my friends, and that sealed it
Yeah.
in a way that didn't even look like visually look like the way we thought. So I'm going, what's the Rainbow Han Moon about? I have questions about that. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Her scars are still visible. They didn't go away.
No.
So yeah, I think in a few ways we did kind of subvert.
No, that band's going to have to
we
strike
had
a
a-
deal with Maybelline.
We had an aunt that said, no, you have to hide this until it goes away.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have. If they'd worked hard enough to seal the golden Han Moon,
Yeah.
maybe her markings would have disappeared. I don't know. And then she would have just not been a demon anymore. I don't know. But like,
I don't think the movie's
Questions.
textbook cookie cutter by any means.
yeah,
I just, for some reason, the way it wraps up
there was low risk.
felt
low
less
cost.
sophisticated than
Yeah.
where they had been up until this point, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and obviously there's all kinds of lessons in this movie. Honesty, it feels good to be honest, blah blah blah. I would have loved, I want a movie to come out and be like, it's also possible to be too honest, right? Like, hi, I'm
you gotta
Dave.
keep
I'm
some things.
yeah, like, hi, I'm Dave. I'm here to install your washing machine. Also, I get violent when I drink, right? Like, there's moments you have to choose,
Pick your battles.
pick your
Pick your timing.
right? Like,
Read
it's-
the room.
It's okay to be honest about your flaws. However,
Time and a place.
I'm struggling with cocaine. It's not what you want to hear from the guy,
From your doctor.
right. Yeah.
Doctor, I'm having some problems. No way, me too.
Yeah. Right. When your doctor comes clean and goes, I've been lying to you. I do have free samples. I just don't share them. Like that's when you're like, okay, too much. And new doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do have one other critique. There are moments. So I think this is a funny movie, which I was not expecting.
Derpy's
Like a really funny
really
movie.
funny.
There is a few moments where the reason I find it funny is because I think it's smart. I think the humor is smart.
It is.
There's a couple moments where I think it's not, where I think it's just obnoxious, low-hanging fruit. And those are the moments where I'm like, okay, this is like, for whatever reason, I don't get a chuckle out of the animation that they choose to use when the girls are pigging out on ramen. Right. And it's just, it becomes this like super unrealistic, almost kind of strifes into that world of anime where like
That was the style.
yes. Yeah. And so again, for me, just saying not an anime person, the moments that felt like anime humor, anime visual humor, I was like, okay, you're losing me now. Right now,
But the anime people love it.
The anime
right?
people love it,
Or
100%.
that moment where she bumps shoulders with Jinu for the first time, and it's like a Korean soap opera vibe. That is a real thing.
Yep.
And it was absolutely a parody
Yep.
on that. Super funny to people
Yep.
who know about that.
But for me, I was just like,
Maybe not.
it's no longer like you're going for a visual gag now.
The hard eyes and the popcorn eyes.
Yeah,
You didn't
right.
like any of that?
The popcorn eyes, no, those
abs.
were okay.
The abs just keep working their way into this conversation.
But yeah, no, it's yeah. Ultimately, I think it's really funny, and I think the humor is very intelligent and well crafted.
There's some funny one-liners. I wrote them down. Like, the leather has betrayed us. I laughed out loud.
I thought you said you didn't have notes.
I wrote these two down.
You brought notes.
And I loved when they're like, don't tell me there's 50,000 screaming fans. There's 50,000 screaming fans.
Yeah. Or like for me, when the moment when the demons decide, okay, we're going to try a new tactic. We're going to do a demon boy band.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be funny. And I was laughing.
I mean, that's
However,
such a funny
At
premise.
the end, I was like, I'm not laughing anymore. I'm a zombie in the crowd. You got me. It's not funny.
Do you look at NSYNC in a completely new light?
I was a Backstreet Boys girl.
Oh.
Personally, but no, I just mean to say I was like, this is ridiculous. Laughing like this is ridiculous. The little pose they struck, right? I'm like, oh gosh, ridiculous. And then they were all kind of nodding along like, oh, this will totally work. Can confirm it worked. When they sang Your Idol, I was looking over at Aaron like they were saying like down on your knees, and I was like, okay. Just putting that out there. It became very serious.
Are you,
So I
do
was
you
like,
send,
listen,
are you sending Aaron those memes of like what's stopping you from being like this, and like just pictures with Sasha Boys? Like,
I was very much, as I'm scrolling through Instagram, my feed was full of a lot of people doing Gnu cosplay. And I am not ashamed. But I'm just going to put it out there that like, while my conscious and fully present mind is behind the story of this, where it's good to be honest and be who you are and defeat evil, I still am a Saja Boy waving fan.
Yeah.
So
just one of the things I love about Emily, but also confuses me and gives me so much whiplash, is there will be in the same breath, she can talk about how unbelievably attractive her husband Aaron is, and I like he's just a slice of tight ass. And in the next breath, she will also proudly pronounce that if a ripped K-pop demon came along,
walked out of the screen and just said,
all of a
"Come
sudden,
hither."
Aaron who? Right? Like, just sorry.
Never seen him before.
Yeah. No. Yeah. This,
Girls,
you look
just
like Frodo
vouch for me.
Baggins. This guy's a god.
Gnu forever.
Sorry, Aaron.
On that note, should we?
Fictional characters are threatening your relationship.
Are we ready to rank this puppy?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
On a scale
Let's
of
rank
0
this
to 10,
rank film.
on a scale of 0 to 10 abs, Emily, how many abs would you give
You had
this
to
movie?
add abs, but it's a 10.
Wow.
It's a 10.
Wow.
0 to
this movie.
10 abs.
This
That-
is
see,
rewatchable.
Even
This
when
is-
someone has an 8-pack, I'm like, oh, you're a dick. Like, don't, like, it's one thing to have a 6-pack, but
10
when you,
out of 10 stars, whatever.
Popcorn kernels.
We're not talking about abs.
Some of us
We're talking about the movie.
Some of us were talking
It's a
about
10 out of
abs.
10 for me.
Okay. Wow. High praise. High praise. But checks out. Mr. Brady, Alejandro Kirkland, what did you give this movie out of 10?
Don't you agree though? 8 abs is like is too
That's
much.
too many. 10 is
Right?
too many. But
6 is like, okay, you make me feel a little bad about myself, but
A
also,
little bad?
But also, I'm impressed by you.
a lot bad.
And you know, there's a part of me that's
Should I start meditating?
aspires to be like that. It's
How long will it take them to say their reviews?
it's when someone somehow manages to find 2 extra abs on top of that you're like, go to hell.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'd give it a 7.2. I think which is amazing because if you had asked me prior to watching it, just throw a number out there for K-pop Demon Hunters, I would have said, I'm sure there's something redeemable about it.
Yeah.
So a 2, right?
You can't rate a movie without watching.
Oh, Pete does it all the time.
What?
What the fuck, Pete?
Like, this is a kids movie, but like, what movies?
He
Look,
keeps
what if I?
saying that.
What was the example? There was something.
There's some. Oh,
Wicked.
Yeah,
you
Wicked.
totally reviewed
I
Wicked.
dunked on Wicked.
Yeah, you were like, I don't need to see it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out.
To be fair, what is your opinion on Lost? Oh no, you have seen Lost in Translation. Never mind. We will continue.
Yeah.
You've
Okay,
seen
7.2.
it.
7.2.
praise
I
from
think
Brady,
I
the
think it's
hater.
great. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a little overhyped, but I don't think that's this film's fault. I think it is just being propelled to unachievable, or not unachievable because obviously it's achieved it, but like it's being propelled to standards that no film measures up to.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's bordering on way of life now. And it's like, that's a lot. That's a lot of
Are we saying that about Avengers Endgame?
you mean Doomsday? The upcoming one?
No, I mean
or
the one that already happened.
No, I mean
Very hyped for over a decade.
yes,
Like-
but also had
A lot of high
yeah,
expectations.
no, but also had yes, it was huge. It was not a cultural movement the way that K-pop Demon Hunters is, right? Like with the music and with the whatever, and how many times have you watched it today?
Kids,
Well, they got the
adults
kids,
alike.
but then they
Yeah.
also got the parents.
Yeah. And Avengers
So-
Avengers Endgame is a little different because they also had 24 films and over 10 years
Yes.
building to a moment, right?
I think they also got the
payoff.
teens, and the teens are hard to impress.
Yep, with their drugs and
Both
careless
my
sex.
teen nieces were
Their long hair.
Actually, I
Yeah.
think it was our nieces that first told us that we needed to watch this.
And their Dungeons
and I
and
was
Dragons.
like, K-pop Demon
chlamydia.
Hunters.
Yeah.
What? Like my youngest, sorry, not my youngest, but my niece who is younger is very much into K-pop,
Yeah.
and I never really have been. So when it was like, oh yeah, you got to watch this movie called K-pop Demon Hunters, I was like, oh, you like it because you like K-pop,
Right.
Very happy to be incorrect.
Yes.
About that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And
So,
I've always
teens, kids, parents,
Yeah.
adults, everybody loves this.
I have always said that is that I would much rather I love when I think a film is going to be no good and it turns out that I'm wrong.
It's found gold.
Pleasant
And
surprise.
it's
Yeah.
a conversation that I've had with Carl too. Like it's adjacent to when Carl and I will disagree about a film. Right? Or any two people where one person really likes a film and the other thinks that it's absolute garbage. This was the worst sequel ever, the blah, blah, blah. And I go, well, regardless of who argues which point, the guy that likes the film is already a winner because he
You were
has
entertained.
one more film that he loves, and you had to sit and watch something that you consider trash. So who loses at the end of the day, right?
The hater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, 7.2. Pete?
I was flip-flopping a lot. I think I've landed on a 7. Is it the best movie I've ever seen? Absolutely not. But it's really solid.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No, but it's good. And I was expecting to come here today before I'd seen the movie, giving it like a 4, maybe a 5. Like I had low expectations. And the fact that it's 7, like I think it's still good.
Yeah.
And the voice acting, we never talked about it, but I love Daniel Day Kim. I love Sun Yun Kim. There was a couple other voices too in there that I just thought were great. Yeah, a 7. It's a solid movie. And I think to wrap this up, 2/3 of us have made a Russell Crowe reference. You need to pull one out of your back pocket.
What? When did I make a Russell Crowe reference?
Are you not entertained?
Oh,
Gladiator, 2000.
I didn't. It just comes so naturally. Didn't even realize.
No pressure. You don't have to do it.
No, I've got one.
Okay.
I've got one.
Oh, is it from the Pope's Exorcist?
No.
Okay.
Sexorcist.
Also, yeah, you said
Exorcist.
that very... This is a kid's movie,
I
you
did not say.
piece
I
of
said
shit.
I mean, Exorcist isn't that kids friendly to begin with, but I didn't say the other word that it sounds like.
I've got one. Russell Crowe?
Rewind the tape. He definitely said that.
I would have been in Gladiator
That's
too.
what I heard.
But I'm too fat now. Pete, wrap it up.
Thank you for listening, but specifically watching. Those checking us out on YouTube, please like, follow, subscribe, give us a good rate and review. Leave us a comment below. What did you think about K-pop Demon Hunters? What did you think about our Russell Crowe references? What did you think about anything? We love to hear when we're right. We love to hear when we're wrong.
10 hot demons.
Yeah, tell us what you think about 10 packs. Just let us know what you're thinking. Check out our Patreon page, our merchandise page. There's links below for ways for you to help support the show. This is kind of a newsy item, but podcasts are not free to make or to produce. So we appreciate all the support to help cover costs. And until next time, until we review what we watched with Carl, a new time or first time watch, or other maybe movies that have a guest on them too, like Emily.
10-pack abs are real for some people, but are extremely rare and depend entirely on genetics.
That makes me feel better.
So F you.
Yeah, we can't control that.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
No.
Genetics.
Genetics.
So my parents suck.
Yeah.
Bastards.
That's the, yeah.